10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to work. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got this to Williams, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Now that's a mound of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
That makes sense because they've been doing it well on this drive. Once again, they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jamison Williams with career touchdown number 207, just one shy of Jerry Rice's all-time mark of 208. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Howell now to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second down throw for Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Howell. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. But on that play, they held up quite well.
Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%.
Second down, they'll run it here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop it behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on second down and short. What I'd like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
He's got him in, complete.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Now Howell. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Buying time to his left.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
play action. It's Howell.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Here's Howell.
He completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Howell, he'll look to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Fourth down, Howell.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 14-10 ball game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back to throw now on first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Man open, here is Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
What in the big ass bag is
before going out.
Hey, bro.
This has
What
been
in
a
the
nice answer to the touchdown drive
Stop
against
what
them
they
a few minutes
do
ago
with.
because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the
ain't no way that was a goddamn pick. I couldn't even move.
That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some space here.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'll go play action. Howell.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here's Howell to throw on second down.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Howell from the gun. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line.
A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting it? Beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It's caught inside the 25.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders get a bit closer. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Here's 2nd and 8. This complete to Jones.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000 is a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Steps away to his left. He completes it to Jones. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini-losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Downfield throw tip, but he still got it. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. But this game well in hand. Perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On first down, Howell. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Howell. Throws right side, and that's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. First down, Howell to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes, and boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Hands it off out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. Touchdown, Vikings.
Bro, how you do that?
Business as usual.
How you go straight up like that? This is a fade. How the hell you going to the end zone? That must be directional thing.
And so far, they haven't met their
That
match.
shit is
So if you're
deadly.
going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to
gotta
play
figure that
and
shit
match
out.
their firepower.
Damn.
No problem there on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Now Howell.
He's going to let it go again.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
They'll drop to throw. Complete to Jones.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to the lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm alone.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead, and sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
You ain't shit, bro. You ain't shit, dog.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
No! Come on, man.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, Taylor.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
At least you ain't score more
Two
than
chunk
6.
plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game.
And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for
That
a
nigga
late
don't care about no
touchdown.
games and shit.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance.
I just scraped it off the top.